everybody, it's Tali Berman and welcome back to my Autism and Toilet Training series. This is part 2, and if you've missed part 1, which is critical, you definitely want to make sure you watch part 1 first. So if you've missed part 1, make sure you watch that. The link is below if you're on my YouTube channel, and if you're on my blog, the link to part 1 will be in the blog itself. So make sure you watch part 1 first and then part 2. So part 1 was about readiness. Ways to know that your child's ready to be toilet trained. And today's video is about if yes, your child has indicated 2 to 3, if not more, skills on the readiness list, then we're ready to really embark on toilet training. So what I want to talk about today is 5 strategies, important strategies to help make toilet training as successful as possible. So, number 1, setting up a comfortable bathroom environment. So for many kids, it's a sensory issue. The toilet seat's cold, the room has an echo in it, the flush is loud. There's so many aspects that can make toilet training not comfortable, or when they're sitting on the seat, their legs are dangling and not really situated in a comfortable way. So first take time to make sure it's really comfortable in there. The temperature is right, the lighting is right, that there's a stool or a seat they can sit on so their legs are really resting nicely on a platform. They have handles to hold on to if they're going to be on an actual toilet, or that the potty is a comfortable spot for them. Maybe even bring in some of the books or games or toys that they like to have so that the bathroom is a really inviting environment for them. So number 1, set up the environment so that it works for your child. Okay, number 2, create a stepping stone skill. And what I mean by that is break up the goal of toilet training, which is a very complex, sophisticated skill, into smaller stepping stone skills, incremental skills that they can become successful with along the way. So before you even start with making a pee on the toilet, making a poop on the toilet, you might start with just spending time in the bathroom. Your child sitting on the toilet with their clothes on while you read them a book. Your child sitting with his clothes on while you're singing songs, while you're having a conversation, while you're massaging him, while you're blowing bubbles, just getting comfortable with being in the bathroom. Just being comfortable sitting on the toilet with his clothes on. Then maybe just sitting on the toilet with his pants down, but no expectation to actually do anything. And then eventually working your way towards helping your child really be comfortable and willing to actually make a pee or a poop on the toilet. So break it up into incremental skills, recognizing that just being comfortable in the bathroom or sitting on a toilet is a critical skill. The next one is to heighten your child's awareness to when he has to pee. And this is an important one because oftentimes parents will have their child in diapers or in pull-ups, and it's really going to get in your way during this time because your child, diapers and pull-ups are made to whisk, that wetness away so your child feels dry and comfortable and doesn't really feel that he's wet. So you want your child to really feel his pee dripping down his leg. You want to be able to see what's going on so he can begin to develop that awareness. So if you're really going down this track, have chunks of time during the day where your child is not in a diaper, maybe just in a long t-shirt. Roll up your carpets because you might get messy for a little while, and allow your child to really feel, see, and understand when he pees. That's going to help him really begin to understand the process. So that's number 3. Number 4 is make the toilet a part of your everyday routine. So you might go at regular intervals. At first you might start when he wakes up in the morning, after his meals, before bath time, 3 or 4 times over the course of the day. You might decide to up the frequency as you get more and more serious about the toilet training, but make it something that happens on a regular basis. It often helps parents too if they have a little timer on their phone just to remind them, oh, it's time to go to the toilet. If you're doing it, let's say, every 2 hours in the beginning, to really help your child become comfortable and have repeated exposure to being in the bathroom and sitting on the toilet. The 5th one, this is important, is your reactions. All right, so we do not want to add any pressure to this experience. The more positive this experience can be, the more successful your child will be. So accidents will happen. Your child will pee in his pants or pee on the floor, and when that happens, just do your best to clean it up easily without any big reaction. That is part of the process. And when your child does pee on the toilet, that's the time, if your child is the kind of child that really responds to big celebrations, be like, yes, you did it, you see? You're peeing on the toilet. That's exactly what we're talking about. That's the time to give it attention, not when your child's making accidents, because the last thing you want to do is add anxiety or pressure to toilet training. Again, the more positive experience your child has, the more willing he'll be to go the distance with toilet training. So those are the 5 strategies that I wanted to share with you. And if you try this for about 3 to 4 weeks, and your child is either not cooperating, not interested, or becoming really resistant to toilet training, he's just not ready yet. Take a break. It's best to take a break than to really push it. Take a break, and again, try in a couple months a little bit later. But you really want to make sure that although this might be challenging for your child, this is something that he is a partner with in your process. So I'd love to hear from you. What is one thing you're taking from our video today, one thing you're learning, or one question that you have? Scroll on down, leave your comments, and if you're watching this anywhere other than my blog, hop on over to www.taliberman.com. I look forward to hearing you below.